My name's Tim Suddard. I'm the founder and publisher of Classic Motorsports and Grassroots Motorsports magazines. I've been racing at the Mitty since the 80s, and we came on as a title sponsor for Classic Motorsports in 2004 and have been ever since. I was walking around with a little cardboard mock-up. I'm going to start a car magazine. Everybody's like, that was 28 years ago.
Look at it now.
I believe it was 77. At least the Jaguar iteration of it was 77.
Yeah,
I think the
just,
name changed in 79.
Okay. Can you explain how long Classic Motorsports has been a part of HSR and how your relation in this has changed throughout the years?
Yeah. Well, when we bought a magazine called British Car in 2003 and changed it to Classic Motorsports, and as a way to show people that we were serious about vintage racing, we decided right away we'd give back to the sport that we've grown to love. I've been racing since the 80s, and so we got together with HSR and became the title sponsor for the 2004 event, and have been title sponsor since. What changed is we quickly became more than just a sponsor. We became a marketing partner on the event and wanted to grow the event. We sat down with the HSR folks and decided we wanted to try to create a Monterey-style huge car weekend here in the East Coast, and have tried to grow the Classic Motorsports Mitty presented by Mazda into that over the last 10 years, and it's come a long ways. Well, what we've tried to do is have something for everyone. We've got everything from open-wheel Formula cars. We've had Formula 1, Formula 5000, to NASCAR stock cars. We've got old Triumphs and MGs from the 50s and 60s. We've got Shelby Mustangs and from the 60s, and then we've got IMSA GTP cars that were made famous here in the 80s and 90s. And on top of that, we've got parties in the evening that are open to everybody. We've got an autocross. Kumho Tires does an autocross test drive type thing down in Turn 7 area on the little course, where anybody who's a paid ticket holder can go down and wheel the heck out of a new Mazda, thanks to Skip Barber and Kumho, and try out their own hand a little racing. We've got a huge vendor area. There's seminars going on. There's a swap meet. There's basically something for everyone. We've got a car corral of all different, everything from Mustangs to Corvettes to Triumphs to Jaguars. So we've got any kind of car that you're interested in, both on track and in the infield. We had something like 10,000 people here last year, so it's become quite the place to see and be seen. We've got everything from parts vendors for classic cars to classic car insurance to food and fun stuff and trinkets and model cars and a little bit of everything. I think other than your big event at Petit Le Mans, this is the biggest vendor area at Road Atlanta. My car, if it gets back on the trailer at the end of the weekend. No, that's a tough question. I've been coming to Road Atlanta since 1984, and I've seen it all from the SCCA runoffs. I actually am running a car this year that set the pole at the very first runoffs ever at Road Atlanta, the first year it opened, a Group 44 Triumph GT6. I'm a Shelby Mustang fan. And I love watching those cars. There's nothing like a pack of Shelby Mustangs coming around Turn 7. It's just makes the hair crawl up the back of your neck. So that's what does it for me. But I think every enthusiast for whatever age has something that hits their hot button. And the key to the Classic Motorsports Mitty is that it's all here. We've got any kind of car you can imagine. Yes, and that's crucial, and we do a big thing at lunch where we allow people to actually come down onto the track, and we do also do ride-arounds in your car. If you come and have a car in the paddock, you get to drive it out on track, and that's at no charge. You know, it's limited the first few hundred people, but we can accommodate just about everybody that wants to do that. And then an open paddock, that's a really open paddock when you actually can drive your car on the racetrack, but that's not the definition of an open paddock. But an open paddock is when you actually get to walk around and you get to touch the cars and talk to the, you know, there'll be all kinds of famous drivers from Brian Johnson, who's a lead singer for AC/DC, to guys that made these cars famous. Our Grand Marshal is Cass Kastner, who ran Triumphs and MG's competition department back in the 60s, and so you'll get to meet these people. They're very accessible. You'll get to see the cars. I mean, a lot of these guys will say, hey, you want to sit in a race car? That's very common. So it just changes the whole experience. You know, as soon as you buy a regular admission ticket, you're in the paddock. You can walk anywhere, and other than going right out on the racetrack, everything's open to you. Well, my least favorite is the last one coming down that hill. I've run here a million times, and I think if that doesn't scare the heck out of you, then there's something wrong with you, because that is one of the most intimidating turns in road racing. Well, there's going to be multiple parties. Different. Some of the vendors are having parties. We'll have a party Friday night. We have something called the Mazda Key Party. Mazda is our presenting sponsor, and they put on a party that's open to everyone. And it's co-sponsored by Safe Racer, and we'll have pizza and beer and music, live music playing. And then Saturday, we've got eBay sponsoring a party for everybody that's in attendance. So this is going to be a big deal this year. We've got full details and at least weekly updates, almost daily updates now at themitty.com about the event. As far as the magazine goes, classicmotorsports.net is the website, and we offer a free sample to anybody that hasn't seen the publication before. It's also available on newsstands all over the country, but it's become the Bible of this kind of racing and these kind of cars, and we do restoration projects and event coverage and interviews with people that either making the scene what it is today or back in the 50s and 60s. So love to invite everybody to take a look at it.